I think, good morning. I don't think it's immediate. They're not about to have to give up milk deliveries. But I do think that when you're mocked so publicly as they've been, their value begins to nosedive pretty quickly.
References to finance are often associated with images of stability and security. However, in the world of celebrities, change and surprise can lie anywhere. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are facing potential financial trouble as their lucrative Netflix deal is at risk of not being renewed. After leaving the royal family in 2020, they signed a 5-year $80 million deal with Netflix. However, royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams has warned that if this contract, expiring in a few months, isn't renewed, the couple could face financial difficulties. Harry and Meghan have several projects in early production, including Harry's polo show and Meghan's cookery show. Despite this, they have lost their Spotify deal, and Meghan's podcast with Lemonade Media are delayed until next year. Fitzwilliams noted that the couple has done hardly anything for Netflix since their contract began, and with Netflix no longer producing The Crown, interest in the Sussexes might decline. The expert also mentioned that their business and charitable foundation RQL has few donors, exacerbating their potential financial issues. Meghan's podcasting return has been delayed to 2025 due to concerns over conflicts with her upcoming Netflix series. Honestly, when Meghan's next lucrative projects and contracts are terminated and she won't know how to manage and look at the lives of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, I won't be able to avoid feeling a light gloating. What a profound irony. The couple created a series of events filled with controversy and drama, and now they are facing the consequences of the decisions they made. Meghan Markle, a former actress who became part of the royal family, has created a dramatic life of bold and even contradictory moves. Moving to America and trying to become financially independent can seem like an unsuccessful mission, with lucrative projects and contracts constantly facing the risk of failure. The contract with Netflix, a key part of their effort to create financial independence, is now at risk of being terminated. Even though they signed an expensive deal, the quality and competitiveness of their projects are a big issue. Meghan Markle may have to find a way to manage if this contract ends, and this could be a valuable lesson about not depending too much on other people's reputations or finances. Also, through these events, we can see that Meghan is useless, incompetent, and unable to do anything worthwhile. What she's best at is deceiving and seducing men, right? Besides, I am quite surprised that Meghan hasn't suggested a reality show like that Kardashian lot. She, of course, would take center stage, Meghan in the kitchen making jam, Meghan in the bedroom getting dressed into another ill-fitting dress, Meghan making milkshakes, you get the picture. Maybe even Harry would be allowed to say a few words now and then. In particular, I think Netflix or other contracts should end sooner, not now. It's hard to understand major financial problems after inheriting and receiving hundreds of millions of pounds. If I received only £1 million, I would ensure by careful investment my family and descendants would be comfortable forever. They need to live in the real world. On the other hand, Harry and Meghan have received so much money. What can he do? Is he allowed to work on the visa he holds? Does he pay tax in America? Does he pay tax in America? Does he pay tax in the UK on overseas earnings? Does he have ongoing sources of income from inheritances from his mother, late Queen Mother, and late Queen? Does he curtail or pay independently for all Markle's clothing and jewelry? Perhaps stop that and curtail her shopping. Does he use the charitable income for himself and his wife? Does the tax write off all his expenses, including numerous private jet flights? If so, why, if for self-interest and possibly not paying taxes? There are many more questions needing to be asked and answered. The trouble is Harry has never ever lived in the real world and has never ever had to consider the things we have, like paying your own way. It's no secret his father stopped taking his calls because he was constantly demanding money, and when that happened, the late Queen had to do the same when he kept pestering her. Maybe that is why he was heard to be shouting, "Just fix it, will you?" When he stormed out of the 12-minute meeting he had with his father last time they met, he was probably asking for money again. Harry is used to getting his own way and having it paid for in the process. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. People develop thanks to their talent and the will to work tirelessly day and night. Meanwhile, Harry makes a career telling on his family, sharing the most intimate detail of anyone he thinks he can monetize, while at the same time saying the press hounded his mom himself and he wants his privacy. The man is a living contradiction, but most of all, paid millions for his brand, pseudo-woke carbon eco BS, and bit the life that bred him into opulence and privilege from when he first learned how to climb onto a potty. Stays at PS 8,000 a night London hotels, while it was reported that 10% of Brits have less than PS25, PS35 left in their bank at month end. Most of us can't afford to fly, so Harry uses up our spare carbon footprint, which we don't need. Omid Scobie admires them, though, and loves the never-ending drama. It was suggested that he should emigrate and camp out at the bottom of Harry and Meghan's garden, like a little gnome where they can blow a dog whistle and he can run up to the house double quick and listen dewily-eyed to the pap that rolls out of Meghan Markle's gob and take dictation on all Harry and Meghan's complaints and victim statements. Or even better, he could camp out at the bottom of their bed in a dog's basket. The better to jump up quickly and take down notes when yet another hard luck story is being prepared for one of the 18 articles per day. The only work they do is continually seek press and media coverage, despite having resigned from the royal family as they didn't want to court the media. Meghan was a D-list Canadian TV series actress who had a rude car scene in the Beverly 90210 movie. Fame and dollar grifters. So many toxic, self-centric stories are reported about them in the press. If they had their way, they would want to censor the free press and be independent private persons with free security paid by the public. A career trashing the royal family, dozens of toxic stories about them. How would any business or A-lister want to align themselves with such crass people? All the years spent in the royal family with everyone bowing and running his needs, from when he first sat on a potty, made H, pretty much convinced of his absolute superiority over the public, probably brought up to believe that he is the center of the universe and to be treated accordingly. Why would his mindset ever accept the reality that for most he looks like an overindulged, spoilt man-child with a low IQ? As for Meghan, what she wants, she says all there is to say about excess privilege and wealth and how it can inflate one's ego, especially when shacked up with a fame chaser who appears as equally preoccupied with being as popular and famous. Now it's their U.S. faux royal family tours who pays for the trips and security. Their charity? There is a difference between fame and notoriety. What they do say and want just does not matter. In addition, did everyone see Harry bobbing and swaying side to side, doing a little shuffle during the dancing or whatever they were doing in Nigeria? Hardly looked like John Travolta, did he? More like a suitable dance partner to complement Theresa May during her African tour. They would have made a great dance pair. Madam, allow me to complete your dance card. In fact, they have modest outgoings on security, needing minimal coverage for visiting Nigeria, one of the places that the Foreign Office has some concerns over. They are in fact avoiding really dangerous places such as royal palaces in the UK. Many of their private flights will be covered by the charities which they purport to support. Those for picking up awards or sitting in the 8th row of film premieres will only cost them if they actually pay the bills. Meghan also has shown immense restraint in not wearing a brand new outfit every hour. 3 or 4 a day is nothing. Harry's substance abuse happens sparingly whilst polo is paid for by others. They must be well off since they are workaholics, doing at least 1 hour per week. After all, they just want to sit around and play, but the money goes into their pockets through shameless ways like fraud, etc. On the other hand, the 100 million and the 20 million deals with Netflix and Spotify were all exaggerated beyond belief. As it turns out, they were paid 30 million in total, starting to become a laugh-a-minute sideshow Bob attraction, sad, but at the same time so funny. With failure on top of the failure of their announced projects, it appears that the pair are becoming increasingly desperate to establish themselves in the rejected by Queen Elizabeth II half and half-out scheme of being part-time senior working royals while receiving full benefits including independent private person status. Harry, directed by Meggs, looks to be attempting to pressure his aging, ill father, King Charles, before William takes over and puts a full stop to their scheme. Well, that's the main content for today. What do you think about these contents? Do you think like me? Please express your opinion in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching our video. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Hello, and see you again in the next videos.